abductors and adductors. They're for the inner thighs. Now, due to my flexibility, right, is a big part of it, I want to say, has to do with these machines. I know they sound weird. I know it sounds weird. I know they feel weird, but I promise you that hip mobility, that ability to have flexibility. I always talk about flexibility, mobility, and stability. So those three are very important. So I use this machine to emphasize those three, because remember, we talk about stability in the sense that you want to make sure you're stabilizing the weight. You're not banging the weight. You're not like uncontrolling the machine. You're not moving the machine in an uncontrollable manner. You're just simply open and close, right? So that is where stability comes from. Now, flexibility is where these things come from, depending on how wide you want your, or how much you want to affect your inner thighs. You know, do whatever is best for you. Okay, make sure you're at a comfortable weight, comfortable, stable position, and then you just squeeze. Okay, so we've talked about stability, talked about flexibility, and now mobility. Now, how does this help with mobility? Because again, when you lift packages, boxes, whatever, right? We lift with our legs. Now, let's say you have to sumo squat, right? Not only are you using the base of your feet to push off the ground, but you're also using your hamstrings, your inner thighs, to use those leg muscles and tendons to push your lower body first and then your back up, assuming you're picking up a box, we'll say, as an example. So anyway, a lot of girls with this machine, they like to, what's the word? I don't want to say make things up, like, you know, I've seen girls do these things where they hold up here and they're up here and they're doing that. I'm like, okay, yes, you can use this machine in many different ways. There's different variations of how to do specific workouts, target specific muscle groups in the large muscle groups. And yes, of course, you can always do that. But again, there's also other machines that target said muscles. So it's like, I'm not saying don't look ridiculous. You could totally do, you know, whatever variation you want with this machine, but this really just does the fine tuning. Like, if you can't use the machine for its proper usage, if you can't utilize the machine for its proper usage, then why would you start making up different variations to make it more difficult, to make it look, I guess, sexier, I guess. But it's like, when people ask me, how do you have like such nice hips? Like, well, this is exactly what it is. So I'm at 70 pounds. I've been kind of like using it while I've been talking to you guys. So now we're just gonna do a full set of 20. So let's go. Again, your hands, I don't really know, I guess the knobs, these little knobs on the side is where you put your hands. To not make awkward eye contact with anybody, because, you know, I will sometimes put my hands here. Sometimes I'll even wear a sweater and be like, hee hee, you're being cutesy. So yeah, that's me. So that's 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna do 5 more. Okay, so that was at 70 pounds. We're gonna go now to 80. All right, so we're at 80 pounds. Truth be told, 90 pounds is pretty much not my PR, but it's my max weight in which I can do, we'll say 15 to 20 comfortably. But that was way back when I was hitting legs like at least once a week. 6, 7 years ago, I was hitting legs twice a week. No, I wouldn't even say 6, like 5 to 6 years ago. 5 to 6 years ago, I was hitting legs like twice a week. Wasn't necessary. I mean, I was strength training at the time. I will say powerlifting, not really, but I was strength training. But now it's just all Muay Thai. So this is all fine tuning for my off season. Let's do, how many we want to do now? We're at 80 pounds. Try 20. Let's do 20. Okay. Oh, now it's hurting. There's 4 more to go, but now I stopped, so I have to do at least 10, like 9 to 10 more. Okay. So a lot of people ask me, how do you push in with your feet? This is really, in my opinion, I base this workout with your knees. Just how when you do back workouts, you lead it with your elbows, right? When you do these sorts of leg workouts, you lead it with your legs. I mean your knees. So technically you could really have your legs like this and just push in with your knees. So now we're gonna push it up to 90, which like I said is my PR, but we're not doing that many reps, so take a quick break. Oh, and do not forget to write it all down. Because if you want to improve, if you want to see your improvement, you want to record your improvement, not only is it great to do it via camera, you know, but it's also good to write it down. So we did 80 for 20 actually. I was trying to do it for 10 to 15. Yeah. No, that's all you. That's all you. Go ahead. And I'm going to do 90 pounds for 15. We'll see if we die today. If we die, we die. If we don't, well, we'll live tomorrow to tell the tale. Okay. So what did I say? 10 to 15 for this one? We'll see. Vaya con Dios. Let's go. But that concludes this machine.